Greetings and welcome back to Factorio. I'm KatherineOfSky, and in the last episode we went way over time in building all this stuff. We explored out a fair bit of distance. We found some oil, but we did not find another refinery. So what we're doing right now is we're going to use the single factory refinery that we have, the Whistle Stop factory refinery, and make some oil products. For this big oil field over here, I don't think that one can handle it all. So this is probably going to have its own refining thing out here. And this stuff, these crude oil patches, I think that might get piped down into this refinery, depending on how fast we can get it to go. So last time we were building the train station, and we started off with getting the input stations and then the output. We have petroleum here, and then we have the lube pickup station right there. I wanted to add one for solid fuel, so let's go ahead and do that. We want a loading station, just one side, please. Thingy thing. There we are. That's perfect. And we'll just align the stops. Boom. There we go. And of course, it's built with blue belts. I really need to make this game easier on me and do more blueprints. Because it's like, no, why? All right. I need to go pick up more signals. Let's get some signals from the train. I don't know if there are any in the train. There might not be. Okay, apparently there aren't. Do I have any? I can make some. Let's just make a few. So that we can get this whole thing properly signaled, because that's going to be super important. Now then, we can have this train track coming up. Okay, so we need it to come like this way, I think. Whoopsies. Hello. Hello, snaky thing. What you do? There we go. That can go that way. Okay, good. Nanobots, please proceed. Do things. Come on. Hello. Oh, we ran out of track, I bet. Let's get some more. Come on. No! Where is it? Did I run out of track? Really? Well then. I actually ran out of track. Okay. I don't particularly want to take my train backward through all of that mess. So I'm just going to shove in some of the items that I have here. And yeah, put this wood. And then just go back for tracks and stuff. This is an unload station. Go away. And let's see, take out other stuff. Go away. This one can go away. Okay. I think we should be fine. Try to pick up some signals, tracks. Anything else we might need. Kind of watching the mini map for navigation. Not even looking at the main map. So we just want to go to the mall. Oh, I could have gone around. I forgot about that. All right, and we're here. Fast, quick, works like a charm. Okay, 1.5. There we go. Now then, we need track. We need signals. Let's grab our signals. And engines. I think we needed train engines. That is a miracle that I remembered that. Okay, so we need our... Do we need any train stops? Let's take half of them. Take train tracks. A whole bunch of... Yeah, we'll take them all. Thank you. Perfect. Do I need any pump jacks? I don't know if I have any in the train. I believe there's one well there, or one spot. Which is right under the track. Right. Thank you, game. That was not especially helpful, but we'll take it anyway. All right. Local oil production is always good. So did I get the engines yet? No, I didn't. Where did they go? There they are. Hadn't been here yet. And I think that's all we needed, maybe? I hope. Well, we can always pick up some pipes. I also would like to get a little bit of iron, just in case we need to make better pipes as we're going along here. Okay. And we have too much iron plate. I think this is going to be enough. I think that's looking good. So we'll just run down here. I love this fast walking thing. I am seriously considering getting the long reach thing sorted on this. There's actually a console command for it, so you don't even have to use a mod for it. Oops, I keep getting confused between map mode and not map mode. Yes. It is best not to be confused. Okay. We are looking pretty good there. So let's just finish up going down a little bit south. All right, so we have the output things sorted, except for the part where we have an oil patch that is going to be overwritten by train tracks. Where is that? Ooh, cannot insert raw wood. Player's inventory full. No! Yes, it is true. The inventory is full of wood. Where is this wood? Oh, it is not here. We need to put some of the train tracks here. There we go. That should make things a little bit more tolerable for our poor, overworked nanobots. Where are we? Now then, that spot of oil, where is it? It's to the south of me. Oopsies. Come on. Console command, I wanted you better. Now, where is this oil patch? There? There it is. Right. We're going to harvest this oil patch. I'm going to have the tracks merge left a little bit. Come on. Nope, nope. Game. Rotate. 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 Aha! There we go. Except that's not... Please. Look, I pressed shift, game. Yo. I'm going to go ahead and just connect it back like this, because it's too far to redo the whole line. I don't want to bother with redoing it. So the trains will go a little bit squiggly. I'm not a fan of squiggly trainness, I have to say, but this will be fine. All right, and we have one lonely pump jack right there. So then we can have beacons right up against this guy here. This is looking pretty darn good. We do need some signals out here. And I like them at the head of the train station as well. Just get those there. And then, of course, we'll have the trains being able to wait at each of these little interchanges. And then up here, of course, I have neglected to use a blueprint, so we just need to do signaling. Now, one thing that I liked from Railway Empire when we were playing that is that it had that shift-click automatic place signals every X train length. That was really cool, and I would love to see like a feature like that come into Factorio, where if you have like a plain length of track and you say, aha, you know, shift click these things or whatever, control, I don't know, shift control alt click, some kind of a key binding, that it would place it along the entire blank length of track. And if it encountered a signal, like say, just anywhere, even if it was in the middle of the track, it would say, okay, I'm not going past that point. So if there's a signal here and all of this was plain, it would only do this whole section. And that would kind of prevent the spread of the signals. Like if you had a junction, like a T junction up here, and you didn't want any more signals to confuse that, that would be so cool. I need to write that on the forums if I remember it. If you guys remember it and I don't, please write it on the forums, because that would make our lives a lot easier, I think. Though, of course, we do have the blueprints. Oh, I forgot about this function. Okay, what was it? Shift G? No, Control G. There's my ghost is off. Right. Can we do this? Okay, we can. Cool. Right. And we will delete these guys altogether. And then copy this one. No, I double-clicked. I accidentally double-clicked and it was not good. Okay, boom, there we go. Now to design a parking lot for this area. Oh, this is so nice. It's going to be so good to get oil finally going. But of course, this is the first step. We still need to do all the other stuff. We need to make the plastic. We need to get green circuits going to this location. So there's a lot to do still. I wonder, how do we want to do this? Kind of tempted to do like a... Can I do... like this kind of thing? But then these would have to be X amount away. I just want this station to be easily expandable in the long run. I might have to clear some of these trees because I can't see what is going on at all. Let's just clear trees and rocks only. See what we can come up with here. Okay, there we go. This is what's happening. That's interesting that it like totally built over trees. Uh-huh. Okay, can we get it to do this instead? We want to do that. There we go. Come on. Now then, from here, we'll go shift click and go up. Come on. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Yeah, yeah. Good. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to like a wild little puppy dog. Either that or my Eleonora. My Eleonora is sometimes like a little doggy. She is the most active cat I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, she loves to run and play and jump and skip and hop and all kinds of stuff. Now then, let's go to our station or our parking blueprints and see what we've got. Which direction we want this thing to face. Ooh, that might be quite good, this one here. We could have this one going like this. So all we need is a thing to go diagonal this way, and life will be better. Okay, shift click this. Excuse me. There we go. Boom. Then get our blueprint. And remember, always put the... oh, don't do that. KOS. Come on, KOS. It's gonna be fine. Trust your brain. It's gonna be okay. Chain signals toward the nose end of the train where it's gonna wait. Okay, there we go. Life is going better. Yes. Good, 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 good. Happy days are here again. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're good. We now have a parking spot. Now, this may look quite convoluted and snaky, but what I've done is I've created a parking lot where it's going to feed from the front here. Okay, and if we want to add more stations, which is gonna be to the left because we cannot move this building, we can add them onto the left without having to change the parking at all. We can just easily say, okay, we'll chuck one on this side, and then we don't have to change the parking structure. So this is pretty handy, I think, to get this done. So let's finish off this structure and see how we want this to connect. Probably just take this down diagonally. We'll just do a straight diagonal run here and just figure out how far we want these to be. Gosh, I think there's two spaces in between, I believe. I can't remember. I think it is 2. Though honestly, I should go to a 3-space system because you have more room for intersections when you use 3 gaps. It's not 3 tiles, it's 3 double tiles of rails. So if you had one here, you'd have 1, 2, 3, and then 1 there. So that would be the gauge of the tracks to each other, because you could make more signaling in between when you have like complicated intersections. Okay, we're here. We've done stuff. We need to connect the power poles. We need to signal this area still. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just add some signals on this side. They do not have to be exactly a train length apart. If they're not, that's okay. They could be, it's just for efficiency in terms of materials usage, but it's okay if they're quite close together because that keeps everything moving. All right, what do we got here? Let's put the wood in the wood car. There we go. I should call that a lumber car. And we'll go ahead and drive into the parking slots. And hopefully we should be fine in terms of connectivity of rails. Ah, yes, and we have our little thing to hook up. Yeah, these parking lots are a little bit oversized, and that's very much intentional. So they could fit 5 cargo wagons. I found that often my building trains had more cargo wagons. I was like, oh no, they don't fit. So yeah, now they fit. They totally fit. Now then, we need to get some power poles between... Oh, there we have them here. Okay, that's fine. It's connected. And we'll add this guy... kind of, I don't know. We'll just take it up here. Add that one there. We'll put a little line there. That's connected there. Let's just take this one out and make it a little bit straighter. And then we'll connect this one up with our main line here. Okay, we now have functionality. Perfect. We have power. Power is good. Tasty, nice stuff. Now then, we have... All right, what do we have here? Let's figure out what we have exactly. Oh, Alt was on. Okay, what we have here is we have 4 tanks for crude oil production or for crude oil storage. I might think about building more. And we can do that maybe on this end of stuff because we want to have a little bit of a buffer between when the trains arrive. So we definitely, it's okay to have several tanks here for that purpose. So we have only 1 input there. Okay, we're going to go easy mode on this. Okay, boom. Tanks are connected. Now then, we can start filling up this guy, these tanks with oil from here. There we go. Look at this. They're all slowly trickling in here. So, and we want to just, again, like in the other episode, we're going to save on distances by putting this oil in there. For the water, once we get advanced oil processing, we can easily change this out. This is not any kind of issue at all. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. All right, it's filling up very slowly. Remember, it only has this single pump jack to draw from at the moment, and it's going to need, what, 600? No, 2K, right. Yeah, it needs 2K to complete one process. Okay, that's one thing done. Now, we need to connect these tanks to these 2 areas here. So instead of them going this way, we need to have them go the other way. And I'll probably just change those out. There we go. I'm looking to see how they'll intersect, and these guys are going to make their right angle right at the wrong place. So what I want to do is instead we're going to get these guys, these pipes rearranged. Let's delete this, copy this. Okay. Then, you know what? We're just going to just take this. Have like little merge points, I think. Let's merge this here. Good. That works. And this one can be merged here. Right. And then here. Okay, great. What I want to do is ideally we want to have these guys coming into separate tanks. And that is to maximize the throughput in this whole situation here. So I'm going to have this one go up to there. Let me get more pipes. Okay, and this one, I think it would be okay if we merge these two together, because this small amount of oil coming from here is not going to affect throughput in the least. So let's get this one coming up this way. Okay, and this one can be connected here. And that one will start filling this tank. This is going to go into that tank. And so all of these tanks should have some kind of oil. And this one, oh wow, it's already at 1.6K. That's not too bad. And so the output products are going to come out this side. Now, we probably definitely want to have some storage for these things. Other than just the small amount of tanks here. We need to do processing as well. We need to process the light oil into petroleum and then the heavy oil into light oil. And all of that's going to be in the petroleum chain, but we don't have cracking yet. Life is worse because we do not actually have this technology. So we might have to start storing all of the light oil. And I've run out of tanks, good Lord. But one thing we can do is we can start processing the heavy oil. That is a good thing. The petroleum, we'll set out a few tanks over here for petroleum. Let's just make an even number of 6. Oh, I like how it's squiggly like that. I've never really paid attention to that. That's kind of cool. Okay. Good. So that's going to be our first petroleum tank going out. Don't want to do that at all. Better to make this one longer. Okay, so petroleum is connected. Now, we don't need heavy oil for anything, I don't think. I mean, flamethrower uses it, I think. Flamethrower fuel, we don't have that research right now. But I think the only thing that really uses it is lubricant. So I think what we're going to do is have the heavy oil firstly feed into an array for the lubricant. And then the rest of it goes into cracking for light oil. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to put this stuff like a little bit off because we don't want those pipes to touch at all. Okay, one more, 6. We'll have to get some stuff from the base too. Okay, so if we put these guys here. We could rearrange this though, like this. That would be better, much better, in fact. Okay, just don't want to interfere with the other stuff there. All right, now we can get all these guys going. moved along. I could probably use blueprints to make this a little bit faster, but it's okay. It's fine. No worries. This one's going to go here and connect there. There we go. Boom. Okay, cool. So this is hooked up. Now we just have to design all the oily bits. Which is the fun part. Yes. Sometimes fun, sometimes not so fun, but we'll see. Okay, we have petroleum happening. This is great. Oh, we actually made a process. Fantastic. How many? We have 9 of these guys. Can we? I think we can just copy this grouping here. It's not actually going to go anywhere. Okay, I think we can do this. Just have them here. And then heavy oil is going to be interesting. Yeah, I don't think I want to put any beacons on this south side. I've just decided that just now. It's like, but I think it's just too convoluted. We could put some on the top side. I guess we could have put them in, but I like how this aligns with the train station better over here. Okay, so heavy oil is going to be, I guess we could put these here. Yeah, we'll just have a go through here, I think. Okay, here we go. Have heavy oil go through, and then lubricant will come from the side, wherever side we want it to come from. We might even put it over here. We have some space. This is okay. I think I left the chem plants in the train, so let's go back to the train and get them. All right. I'm gonna make a whole mountain of stuff here. Okay, going back down here. We need to be at least 4 spaces away. We decided 1, 2, 3, 4, just to count easier, more easily. Pardon me. Yeah, here we go. We just need to have in and out. We don't need water. I think we just need heavy oil. Yep, that's it. Now what I want to do here is do this. I go underground like this, and then have a power pole on one side like that. Paste, paste. And then of course we need our pipes on the outside. We're just going to copy and paste this whole structure. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering how I do this, this is a regular vanilla functionality. So normally you select a blueprint and then let go of the mouse button and you get this dialogue here. I like to skip that, and what you do is you press Shift and then select it, and it automatically becomes your blueprint. We can overwrite these guys as well. Let's just get that there. Take off the last bits because we don't really need them. Okay, good. And that's more than enough lubricant plants, like forever, I think. And they'll also benefit from the speed beacons if we put them over here. Good. This is very, very nice. Okay, lubricant being loaded here. Boom. And then heavy oil loaded here. And then here. Take it from the other tank to go to the other side. Okay, good. And that solves that. Okay, let's get some power. Oh, did you hear the splash? We're splashing, splishing, splooshing, splashing. Fantastic. That little pump jack is doing some work, man. This is great. Okay, these are going to slowly fill up because there's way too many for this whole thing. But I have no idea what our final crafting speed is going to be like. I just don't want to have to bring more chem plants down here. We will need some for solid fuel, but I'm not going to worry about solid fuel at all right now. We don't have any more tanks, so these guys are going to fill up soon enough, and we may have to come down here and complain a little bit and meow a little bit, and you know how it goes. So we'll get those, though. Looks like, wow, even these tanks are filling up. What I could do, actually, is have these have one-way valves on the output here. Maybe that's a good idea, actually. We could do that. So that we don't get this backflow. I'd rather this be just for the input that's coming in, because why should I have this pump jack fill these guys? That doesn't even make sense. Okay, so we'll have these pushing out, go, yes, and connect it with power. Power is important. There we are. Okay, so this is basically going to pump all of this oil out into the main storage area. Now, people who have been watching my series know that I really don't like to make storage areas. But in this case, because we don't have much local oil production, I feel it's almost necessary to have this here. Okay, let us put down a radar dish. There we go. So we can remotely monitor our operations there. All right, and we need crude coming from there. Did I connect that last one? I did. All right, and these guys are full. I mean, these tanks are full. We may have to add more tanks here. Now then, shall we get our first train coming in? We should. Oh, God, so many hotkeys, right? Where did it go? There it is. Hey, train, how you doing? All right, first of all, go to. Let's see, oil. No. What is this one called? What is the station called? I've completely forgotten. Oil 1 pickup. Yeah, I think that's good. Oil 1 pickup. Okay, and just inventory full. And then oil 1 drop off. I think this should work. I've seen some issues like where people have problems with the amounts. Let's see if this works. Is that the sound of the oil filling? No. Something sounds like that. We have a problem. We cannot go to oil 1 drop off. Why not? This seems to be connected. All right, it is looking at this station. Okay, let's go in our train and see if all of this is connected here. Can we get... Oh, right. Some kind of an issue there. Ah, we're missing the invisible bit of train track. We're missing this corner, that little triangular bit. And now I bet that train is on its way right now. Let's look. Hello, are you here? Oh, there it is. Look at that. Racing on down. There it goes. Now we can watch it properly as it comes down to us. This is so good. I love being able to watch the trains from afar. It's extremely handy. Okay, we are here. We're going to watch this happen. We also could put some lights out while we're at it, because we could use them. It's getting a bit dark over here. All right, here we are. Oil 1 drop off. We're dropping off. And now we're getting... Okay, that was... Wow, was that fast? Holy fuzzy cats. I wonder, did they increase the speed at which the liquids flow through those pumps? Because that seemed like almost instant. I remember when it used to take some time for this to happen. Okay, so now we are filling up very quickly within the time it takes to process one batch of oil. This is good. And now we're getting oil made. Oh my god, this is good. This is really good. And these tanks are also filling up very nicely. I wonder if I should also make these pumps to pump outward as well. To kind of like make sure that these are full. I think that's a decent idea. Okay, 1, 2 spaces. Let's get our pumps. That's not a pump. That is an arithmetic. No, it's a cider combinator. I think I need to make some more. Did I run out? Really? Well then. Okay, I used more than I thought I would. Okay, we'll put that there. We'll just do it on this side, I think. I've almost made a whole stack. I'm just kind of like looking at how many engines I use and how many pumps I create. But I generally feel like pumps are kind of a static thing that you really don't make more of. You don't need more of. Could be completely wrong, but that's my impression anyway. Let's get a power pole here. All right, and that's what we have coming out. We don't have any solid fuel coming in. I wonder if I should set up some solid fuel. We could. That might be a very productive use of fuel, or at least prevent our tanks from filling up so fast. We could make some solid fuel generators like right here. I'm not going to make them out of... I'm not going to make solid fuel out of petroleum. There's no need for that at all. But since we don't have any cracking, we might as well get these going. And these, of course, are going to stop anyway once we... oh my gosh, once we start cracking, the light oil is going to go towards petroleum. And if we do not use any of the solid fuel, this will just stop as the chests fill up. So I'm not terribly worried about that whole thing. There comes the oil again. Boom. Do I have no more chemical plants? Seriously. Okay, that's fine. It'll be fine. I am very cautious about these trains. It's like, nope, you're not going to run me over. Forget it. Not happening. Okay. I want to grab this and extend it a bit. And then I'm going to grab the insertery things and flip them around. Boom. And then we're going to get power happening. And of course, power pole. Put this power pole right here because I don't think we're going to need more tanks of lubricant. That is not an issue, that's for sure. Belts. Let's get belts. I am quite delighted this is happening though, because I know that sometimes oil can seem like really overwhelming to deal with for the first time, especially. It's like, oh my god. Or it's like even experienced players are like, oh, I really don't want to get to this. It's such a pain in the socks. But once you get into it, it's actually kind of fun. All right, now what I'm going to do with oil is this. Now, or with the light, not light, but this stuff. Solid fuel, whatever we're making here. Some people have said, oh, you know, I never use X balancers because I want full throughput of, you know, you would never use like a 2 to 4 because that doesn't give you the proper throughput. You would never make 4 belts of ore from 2. However, what we're doing is we're sort of input balancing is what we're going to do here. We're not expecting full throughput, but we want each of these stations to load evenly. So what we're going to do is a 1 to 4. And let's see how we can do that most easily. Do we have a blueprint for that? I'm sure we must in our balancer book here. 1 to 4. There it is, right there. It's very simple. And we can even put the input on the other side because it fits better. Okay, this is just very, very simple. But yeah, this is a case where you definitely might want to have this kind of uneven thing. Yes, you're never going to get 4 lanes of material, but you're not expecting it. You're expecting this to just divide the material evenly between spots so that the solid fuel can get into all of those chests and make the train go. I mean, if you wanted to change it, you could say, oh yeah, I'm only going to have 1 car on this train, or 2 cars, and that would be a different story. Just keep in mind what you're doing, and then there are, of course, solutions for all the things. Now then, we want to get lights here. I actually am starting to like these balloon lights. They produce a significant amount of brightness around the area. Reminds me of some of Yuoki's lights, which are fantastic, by the way. I love them. They light up half the map. I mean, if you go far enough out, they actually turn off because, or they don't turn off themselves, but the game doesn't render them because they're so far reaching. Okay. Now then, we're going to have stuff happen here. Come on. Just kind of like, this is so silly to do it this way, but this is the way it's going to happen here. And then this one goes this way. There we go. Nice. Boom. All right. And these are going to make fuel, and they are already making fuel. Look at this. This is great. Cool. So there it goes. And this stuff is going to get processed, and these guys, more importantly, will not totally clog this whole machine before we get blue science. Now, the first thing we want, this is what I always do when I start oil, is the first thing I research is advanced oil processing. It looks like a refinery. Can't miss it. Can't mistake it. Very first blue science I do because of the cracking, heavy oil to light, and then light oil to petroleum. So anyway, we're setting it up. We're not to blue science yet, but we're going to get there. So I've just looked at the timer, and I think this is probably long enough episode for most people to stand. So anyway, thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.